Given the points A at -2, -10 and B at 3, 14, we want to find the following. So the midpoint, remember we could call these x1, y1, x2 and y2, and midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. So that is going to be -2 add 3 over 2, and it's going to be -10 add 14 over 2. So the first one is going to give us 1 divided by 2, which is half, and the second one is going to give us 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Now we want the length of the line segment joining A and B, so that's going to be a square root, and you can do that as x2 minus x1 squared. Doesn't really matter, it can be x1 minus x2 squared, and y2 take y1 squared, and so that is going to be the square root of 3 take away -2 squared plus, and y2 is 14, so it'll be 14 take away -2 squared. Correction there, the y1 is -10. Which is equal to the square root of 5 squared, and remember that will become a plus 24 squared, and you can calculate that, and it turns out to be 25. The gradient of the line segment joining A and B, so m we know is y2 take away y1 over x2 minus x1, so that is going to be 14 take away -10 divided by 3 take away -2, which is 24 over 5. The gradient of the line perpendicular to the line through A and B, so in other words perpendicular to this, well, we know we change the sign from positive to negative and flip the fraction upside down. Now we want the equation of the line perpendicular to the line through A and B that passes through M. Now M was the point 1/2 and 2. Calculated that just here. We know that this line has a gradient -5 over 24, so we can write -5 over 24x plus c, and then we can substitute in these x and y values. So 2 is -5 over 24 times 1/2 plus c. So c is going to be 2 plus 5 over 24 times 1/2, and we can calculate that. So we've got 2 add 5 over 24 times 1/2 is 101 over 48. So we get y is equal to -5 over 24x plus 101 over 48. Okay, moving on. We want the gradient and the coordinates of the y-intercept for these lines. Now, the coefficient of x is the gradient, so in this case we know that's 1, because we don't normally write a 1. And note that it says coordinates of the y-intercept. We know the y-intercept is 5, but as coordinates that's 0 and 5. We're going to have to rearrange this one into the form y equals mx plus c. Let's start by adding 4y to both sides. So we'll have 3x take away 24 is equal to 4y. And then if we divide all the way through by 4, I've got 3/4 x take away 6 is equal to y. So we can now read off that m is 3/4 and that the y-intercept will be at 0, -6. And finally, we want to add some lines to a grid. So let's do a table of values for this. Let's take x as -2, 0, and 2, gives us a good spread of values. So 5 take away 2 times -2. Remember, you got your calculator to help you do this anyway. So that'll be 5 add 4, so that'll be 9. And when x is 0, this will be 5. When x is 2, 5 take away 4 will be 1. So I've got -2, 9, which is just there, 0, 5, which is there, and 2, 1. And you should use a ruler. I'm not going to spend the time doing that when I'm drawing it on here. I'm just going to put the line there. And of course, you should label. For this type of equation, it's best to just take x equals 0 and y equals 0. If x is 0, it covers that up, and you get -5y is 15. Divide both sides by -5, and y is -3. If y is 0, it just covers up that bit. 3x is 15, so x is 5. So we have 5, 0, 0, -3. Again, get your ruler out, draw the straight line, and label it. And it's 3x minus 5y equals 15.